Today we'll be doing a SPaG test practice, so let's get straight into it. Okay, question number 1, it says, fill in the gaps in the sentence below using the past progressive form of the verb in each box. So, we've got, while I says to play, on the slide, my dad was, to push, my sister on the swing. Now, past progressive, remember what that means, see if you can try and fill it out. Okay, so the correct answer, I play, for the first one, becomes while I was playing. So, playing. Excuse the handwriting. While I was playing on the slide, comma, my dad was to push. To push becomes pushing. Pushing. Let's have a look now and just see if it makes sense now we've answered it. While I was playing on the slide, my dad was pushing my sister on the swing. Perfect. Okay, next one. Number 2, add brackets into the sentence in the correct place. Okay, so it says the children who were very excited couldn't wait to meet the Queen. Alright, so the children, and there's our bracket there, gives a little bit of more information, who were very excited, couldn't wait to meet the Queen. It's going to stop at excited. So remember, when it comes to brackets add extra information, doesn't it? So the children, extra information, who were very excited, couldn't wait to meet the Queen. Number 3, it says circle the relative pronoun in this sentence. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to see if you can figure out which the relative pronoun is. Okay, so let's read the sentence again. This is the girl who helps out at the weekends. This is the girl who helps out at the weekends. The relative pronoun in this case is who. So I'll circle who. Now don't forget, relative pronouns, it's not just who. We have that, whom, whose, which, when, where, and some others, and in this case, who. Okay, number 4. Number 4, which sentence is the most likely to happen? Have a read of all 4 of the sentences and see if you can figure out which is the most likely to happen. We have the first one. We could go to the swimming pool today. He can come to my party today. She will buy some new shoes today, or they might have fish fingers today. So let's go through process of elimination. So which seems the least likely to happen? We might, so probably the last one, it's not that one. So it's not that. She will buy some new shoes today. That's pretty definite so far. I think it's that one. Let's go up. He can come to my party today. That doesn't seem as definite as the other one. And we could go to the swimming pool today. Another modal verb, could. So it's likely, but not the most likely. She will buy some new shoes today. It's definitely that one. Okay, number 5, it says circle the ellipsis in the sentence. Let's read the sentence. It says Jim slowly turned his head as behind him the solid oak door swung silently open. Have a few seconds and see if you can circle the ellipsis. Okay, so in this sentence we can see right at the very end we've got 3 dots just here, and that's our ellipsis. So what is an ellipsis? So an ellipsis is that punctuation mark. It consists of 3 dots, like 3 full stops basically. And it's used to indicate a omission of words or a pause, and in this case to create suspense. So Jim slowly turned his head as behind him the solid oak door swung silently open. It gives you a little bit of suspense, doesn't it? Number 6. It says draw lines to match the informal words to their formal synonym. So there's 2 things we need to know in this question. We need to know what informal words are, and we need to know what a synonym is. So we've got informal and formal, and we need to know what a synonym is. So have a think, see if you can match these lines up together. Okay, let's have a look at the first one. So find out. Find out. So a synonym for find out. So what would be the formal one there? Would it be request? No. Would it be discover? Yes, find out is discover. So link them 2 together. go to the next one. It says go in. Go in. Is it request? Is it prepare? Or is it to enter? It's the bottom one, to enter. Let's join them up. Right, next. Ask for. Ask for. Is it request or is it prepare? To ask for something is to request something. Request, that's the formal version of it, isn't it? And finally, get ready. Process of elimination. Get ready is prepare. So if I say I was to get ready for school, you could say I would prepare for school. All right, next one. Number 7, it says rewrite this sentence so it begins with an adverbial. Use only the same words and remember to punctuate your sentence correctly. Now there's some key things we need to remember here. Rewrite it, that's fine. It needs to start with an adverbial. And then it says use only the same words. So only. Too many times in our tests have we not followed that instruction of only using what we've got. And then finally, the third part is it said remember to punctuate your sentence correctly. So that's a huge one. Okay, let's read the sentence and see what we need to add the adverbial to first. So, the wizard mixed up a new spell late at night. So we need to put an adverbial in there. We need to only use the words that we have there. And then we need to remember to punctuate it correctly. So, have a little bit of time. Unpause the video when you're ready. Okay, let's have a look. So, number 7, you should have written this. Late at night, comma, the wizard mixed up a new spell, full stop. Alright, we've got the same words. It says, the wizard mixed up a new spell late at night. We've turned it into late at night, comma, the wizard mixed up a new spell. So we've used all the words. Make sure it's punctuated correctly, yes, because we've put a comma after the adverbial that we needed, just here, late at night. So, late at night. Comma, it's another tick, and then the final punctuation is our full stop, because we always end a sentence with a full stop. All right, number 8. It says, in a cafe, comma, a waiter is very busy taking orders. He has lots of customers, full stop. Bearing this in mind, comma, which sentence is correctly punctuated? So, first sentence, the waiter took the customer's orders. We've got an apostrophe there. The next sentence is the waiter took the customer's orders. Right in the apostrophe. So there's our first apostrophe. There's our second apostrophe. And then the third one says the waiter took our customer's orders. Got a little apostrophe there. So, which sentence do you think is correctly punctuated? Okay, so it's number 3, isn't it? Customers, plural there. So it's number 3. Number 9, circle all the determiners in the sentence below. Let's read the sentence before we start. So, the man's hair was very long, comma, so my uncle cut it using a pair of the clippers he owns, full stop. Have a think, what are determiners? Can you circle all? Don't forget that keyword again, all. Okay, it's only 1 mark for this in your exam, and a lot of the time you've found one determiner, you've circled one, and then you've left it, not reading the rest of the sentence or not noticing the other one. So when it says all, that's a huge keyword indicating that there's going to be probably more than one. Okay, let's have a look. So the, straight away, circle all the determiners, starts right off the bat. The man's hair was very long, comma, so my uncle cut it using a pair of clippers. It's a determiner, isn't it? A pair of clippers. Ooh, a pair of the clippers. Nearly missed that one. A pair of the clippers he owns. So there's 3 there, isn't there? We got the, we have a, and we have the again, coming in again. Okay, so don't forget, determiners are words that are used before nouns, and they introduce them to specify their reference in a sentence. So we have the, we've got a in this case. There are more as well. We have this, we have that, we have these, we have those, and they're determiners. All right, let's look at the last one now. Number 10. It says underline the subordinate clause in this sentence. So underline the subordinate clause in this sentence. I'll give you some time. Let's see if you can do it. Okay, so let's have a look what you've done then. So I'm going to read the line out. It says, I don't need a school dinner today because I've brought sandwiches. Alright, so we have to underline the subordinate clause. Don't forget, if in case you have, a subordinate clause is just a group of words that relies on a main clause for meaning, and it's introduced by words like because or if. So let's have a look. I don't need a school dinner today because I've brought sandwiches. So what do we underline? A lot of the time, one of the mistakes I see is people just, there we go, because that's a subordinate part, isn't it? But it's not asking it, it's asking you to underline the subordinate clause. So we'll continue it and make sure that we underline the whole clause, not just the word because. Okay, let's have a look. I don't need a school dinner today because I've brought sandwiches. There we go, that's a subordinate clause. Alright, I hope it helped. I'm sure you got all the answers correct anyway, but we have a little extension for you to finish off on. So what have we learned today? We've learned some punctuation, we've looked at ellipsis, we've looked at apostrophe and parenthesis, which is the brackets that we used before. We've looked at, in grammar, subordinate clauses, determiners, fronted adverbials. And what we're going to do in this extension piece now is we've got your ball, your cat, and your shop or bakery. You need to try and use what we've learned today in order to write a sentence. So for instance, let's have a look at the first one. We've got the football. Can you write a sentence, one sentence about the football using an ellipsis? Can you then write another sentence about the football for our grammar using a subordinate clause? Move on to the cat. Can you do the same thing? Can you write a sentence with an apostrophe with the cat? And then can you write the next sentence using determiners? And so on. Okay, I hope this video helped. Leave a comment if there's anything else you'd like to go over. I will be posting more of these tests and these types of lessons as we get closer to our exam date. So have a go at doing these, and please remember, always remember your punctuation. We always start with a capital letter, we always end with a full stop.